First of all, I want to say that I am so happy to be here. First of all, I'm happy to see all these young people putting together something like this. This is right here in Ghana, in Africa. And I moved here back in 1997, and you guys have me. I've been here ever since. I'm in my 17th year. I don't care about all that political stuff and all the things that's going on. It's going on all over the world. But the thing is that this is a fabulous place, and you can do so much here. And I am so happy to be a part of it, of all the speakers that spoke before me and the ones that are coming afterwards. And I am just so grateful. I can't say it enough. I am grateful. That's why I'm talking about being grateful. Now for me, I'm a little older than all these young people, and so I didn't want to have to try to remember all this, so I wrote my thing down. But it's my story, so I hope you all don't get bored, and I do hope you listen. In life, we experience unexpected occurrences. It is not easy to tell yourself, I am grateful, in the middle of a totally unexpected situation. That challenge or that lesson that you're supposed to learn. I know that the universe is our classroom, or at least my classroom. And when an unexpected challenge comes my way, if I am able to figure it out, what the lesson is in that, then I can grow through it. Not go through it, but grow through it quickly. I have experienced many challenges in my over 60 years of this lifetime. It all began as an innocent 7-year-old child. I knew I was the queen of my little castle as the only child in my grandparents' house. The TV was turned on one evening. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was the Jack Benny show, and this beautiful woman was on the program. She was singing and swaying and dancing, and even did a full split with her beautiful oriental sequins gown that fit her body with the slits up each side. That's how she was actually able to do that split. My grandmother, Mama Joyce, said, "You see that lady?" Me, "Yes." "That's your mother." All I could remember was she was beautiful and think, that's my mother? Well, when I finally got a chance to meet her, after she had come back into the country after one of her many performances outside, she picked me up in her beautiful red convertible Thunderbird. We went riding down Route 66, and she hit me with one of those unexpected challenges. This beautiful looking mommy of mine hit me with, "Don't tell anyone I am your mother." Really? Seriously, I thought? Wow, that sure was unexpected. Right then and there, I had to pick up the pieces of my little broken heart of rejection and turn it all around any way I could. I did not like that feeling of rejection, that lack of unhappiness, loneliness. That was at the age of 8 years old. I decided and made the conscious effort to be happy, grateful, and enjoy life to the fullest. How many of you know that your mind is like magic? Seriously? No, really. You can actually make magic happen with your mind. Look, if I can do it, anyone can. You know, as kids, especially in November, coming up in the area I came up in, around the family gratitude, that's what I call it, It's a feast. The children are asked to stay away because the parents want to talk. Of course, we want to be there. So we're told, go make your Christmas list. Do anything, just don't come in here. So you go and you make your Christmas list. But one of the things that I really noticed is that many kids seem to always get most of the things that they wanted on those lists. Funny thing is that most times, no one ever saw that list. The gifts came from everywhere. Aunties, uncles, next door neighbors. Sometimes you went to an event and the person was there with that long beard, the big tummy, the red and white, and he was giving out gifts. And inside that gift, if you opened it right then and there, many times was the very thing you had on that list. Sometimes you wait until after the big day and open it, and then you're like, wow, this is exactly what I wanted. It's a wonderful feeling. All those dreams that children had, their only destiny was to get the gift on that list, and they got it. That was mainly because they believed without a doubt that they get it, and they did. I remember my grandparents explaining to me that money doesn't grow on trees. They asked me to look outside my bedroom window and to tell them what I saw. I looked, and I saw beautiful magnolias on that big tree. And I'd quickly be reminded, yes, and those are not green dollar bills. I believe for me it was around the age of 10, the beginning of every school year, there would be auditions in the band. I remember showing up after school, looking at all those beautiful big brass instruments. At the audition, we'd be asked to blow the instrument, which often seemed to be bigger than me. But for whatever reason, I could never get the sound out at all. See, I had never been shown how to do it. But the thing is that I'd show up every year religiously anyway. I was grateful. I was grateful for the opportunity to be sitting there with the other kids, acting like I thought I could blow their instrument and trying, whether I got it or not. But you know what it really got me? Because I was grateful. I walked home one day, my grandmother had surprised me with a brand new spinning piano sitting right there in the living room. That's what gratefulness did to me and did for me. Of course, things changed. In fact, there's a song that says everything must change. So when those changes come, what do you think was the first thing to go? Oh, not the piano, the lessons that I needed to get so I could really play. They went first. But that's okay. I wasn't too sad about it. You know why? Because within that time, I got involved with the Red Cross. And with the Red Cross, I began to see kids my own age that had so many physical challenges. And I believe today, that's why I respect people with all these physical challenges, because I worked with them. They're humans just like we are. We're all human. Some just don't have some of the things that others have. But the point is that we can do anything. We can be grateful. And it doesn't matter whether we have a disability or not. So because of that, I was able to put my energy into volunteering and working with kids with challenges. And that was a wonderful thing. Gave me a whole appreciation of life and a lot of other things. Life is fabulous. And all we have to do is be grateful. Be grateful every day. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up and I say, thank you. Take a little step sometimes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's how I really feel. I don't know about you. I go out and walk every morning. And when I go out walking, sometimes people pass me and they always look at me and I smile and say, good morning. And I mean that. It's really a good morning to me. You know why? Because I woke up, I'm over 60. I can still walk, I can run, I can do a whole lot of things. I can dance, I can say thank you. I feel good, and I mean it. And because of that, I constantly attract things into my life that I can be even more grateful for. And you see, the things that we put out is what we get back. So if you want good, put out good. If you want things to go your way, put that kind of stuff out. If you put those things out, things are going to go your way. We can change everything around us. If you're grateful and you walk into a room, a lot of times people just start smiling. It's like, wow, what is this about? It's that light, that energy that you have within you. It's a wonderful thing. So I want you to take advantage of it. And I want to sing this little song. It's short. I got off my page. But I feel like this every day, and I think that you all should too. And I think that if you did, you would look at things a lot differently. And you would do things a lot differently. And things will go more your way. Now, they talked about helping people. I'm going to tell you guys another little quick story in a minute. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna make a dream come true? So keep talking those happy talk words. Now I'm adding this. This is my pianist. He doesn't know I'm doing this. I came all the way to Ghana and ended up doing what it was that I really love. That is my music, my jazz. I feel that I've been keeping jazz alive in Ghana for the last 17 years. I had one pianist I was with for 11 years. I went through my little changes. About 3 years ago, somebody brought him to me. His story is incredible. And what it really taught me is that it doesn't matter what kind of situation you're in. You can do anything. This young man wanted to play the piano. His father was a bishop and did not want him to play. He took a piece of paper and drew his hand on that piece of paper. And he'd go, anywhere he'd go to a church, he'd go sit next to the piano. What are you doing? How did you do that? What kind of sound does it have? And he tried to remember that. And then he would go back to that piece of paper. And for the whole week, try to remember what he saw and try to do that and play that on the little keyboard that he had also drawn on the paper. And as a result of that, he's one of the greatest jazz pianists in Ghana. Now see, if I wasn't a grateful person, I would never have attracted him. But because I am so thankful, seriously, and grateful, I attracted the right person to me. And I plan to help him, and that's what I've been doing all along. He ended up with a piano. Not only did he end up with an electric piano, he ended up with an acoustic piano and everything else he needed. Plus, he helped me to get the things that I needed to be even better than what I am. You know, that's what we're supposed to be about. And sometimes I realize that young people are a little afraid of older people. But we can all work together. We can work together. We can teach each other. There are things I can tell him. He doesn't always want to listen. But there are things I can tell him. There are things that he can tell me. He can tell me when I'm not doing something right, or, you know, when I could talk a little better. Sometimes my tone is not the way I want it to be, and I have to apologize. But I'm human. But I try to work on that. I know those are things that I have to work on. So anyway, it's all about gratitude. What happens is that sometimes we stop dreaming. We stop asking like little kids. We stop believing. We lose the notion of gratefulness. Somewhere along the line, we just stop believing, stop dreaming, and stop being grateful. We let Mr. Complaint come on into our open door. We allow Mr. Pessimistic to come on in, take his shoes off, and have a seat. Sometimes for years, sometimes forever. Never realizing or returning to that childhood dream of knowing we could have whatever we want. I found from firsthand experience, You can go anywhere you want to go. Look at me, I'm all the way across the water. Not just right across the water. I come from all the way near the Pacific Ocean. This is the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm all the way on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, enjoying myself and doing what I can to help somebody else as best as I can. I might not be able to help everybody, but I can help a few, and I can help a few by saying things like, be grateful. You can do anything. You can do anything you want. Our newscaster is a perfect example. You know, I know that it's difficult in this country with a disability. I went through that experience. I got sick. I had a kid. You should have seen me lose my job. I lost every single job just like that. It didn't matter. I saw them smiling with my little limp, with my cane. But they didn't want me. They didn't care. So I know what it's like. And I began to see how there were not any handicap accesses to buildings and things like that. And I saw the kinds of things that could go on and that could be done to make things better for people with disabilities. You know, and thankfully, he's doing something about it. And I'm sure that there are other people doing something about it. And that's a wonderful thing. That's also called being grateful. Grateful and trying to help somebody else. We were born with these fabulous faculties. Some people might call them resources. We've got love. We've got wisdom. We've got strength, happiness, truth, imagination, creativity, order, will, consciousness, faith, harmony, enthusiasm, zeal, power, energy, and light. If we realize this, we have so much, seriously, so much to be grateful for. In fact, as we take each step every day, from our car to the trotro to the taxis, whatever, we should be thank you, thank you, thank you. You'll get more of that in the day. Life is something. You can do whatever you need to do. And once I figured out what gratefulness can do, and once you figure it out, I think you'll be singing songs like this. This is a song that was made popular by a Louisiana artist by the name of, he played the trumpet, Louis Satchmo Armstrong. I believe he came here one year. And it's true, because you will see things this way. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, woo, what a wonderful world. Ooh. I see skies of blue and clouds of white. The bright, bright, blessed day. Ooh, the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, it's a wonderful world. And it is a wonderful world. And you ought to be saying that every day. I mean, we're all going to have our challenges and we're all going to go through things, but it's the way that you grow through them. Know that everything that you go through is a lesson. And what is this lesson for me today? That's the key. You figure that out. I went through a lesson last week. It was something else. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? I know good and well I did not hit that pole, but that pole fell down on 2 cars. And that lady said, my $75,000 Range Rover? And I'm like, but I didn't hit it. Oh, you're lying. I'm like, and I had to be quiet for a minute and just be cool. She even called the police. I'm like, oh Lord. But I got out of it. I was grateful. I figured that evidently I was there for a reason. I had to sit there. And they were all like, we know you. You used to have a jazz club over there. We know you. You used to be our mentor. Well, if you know me, why won't you let me go? No, you're not going nowhere. And so then finally, one officer came in. By this time, I had been there for like 5 hours. It was that night. He said, well, isn't somebody coming to sign for you? And I said, well, I don't know what happened to her. She isn't come. So he said, well, I got to figure something out. He had me take him to my house so he could see where I lived. He let me go. and I went back the next day. But things worked out. But I knew. It started raining like cats and dogs. And I knew that obviously I was there for a reason. I was there because maybe I needed to be still. Maybe I needed to be still because maybe I would have been in an accident. I also knew there were other reasons that I needed to be there, because I needed to take care of something that I had not taken care of. Of course, I'm taking care of it now because I don't want to experience that again. But it wasn't a bad thing. So the thing is that it's the way you look at things, and you just have to know. Be grateful. You really can do anything. You can have anything. You can go anywhere. If I'm here as a female in another country by myself, and I'm making things work and trying to help somebody else out, you all can do it too. I know you can. And so then I'm really happy. And this last little thing I'm going to do for you is a song that's from a show tune called On a Clear Day. And it's a true song. I try to do a lot of positive songs because this is how I think. And I think that when you sing the blues, you're going to have the blues. In fact, that night before I sang the blues, and that's probably why things happened the way they did. But the thing is that think positive, act positive, and do the right thing. And you'll see that everything just kind of falls in order and flows. On a clear day, rise on up and look around you, and you'll see who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being, it outshines every star. You'll feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. You can hear from far and near a world you have never ever heard before. And on that clear day, you can see forever and evermore. I want you to repeat after me. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. And everything's going to go the way I want it to go.